All right, July 10th, we are back another day in the stock market. And it was a really good day for the bulls. Is my camera blurry here? There it is. Let's take a look at the SPY. And here we go, the SPY today, plus 381, S&P plus 33, NASDAQ plus 69, small caps plus 16, the VIX down to 2741, minus 6.32%. Stocks, stocks, commodities, gold 1802, silver 1909, oil 40.50 would rise today. So there was good news today on the coronavirus front. I believe it was Moderna or Desimir. They say there's promising studies that came out today. So that looked good, and a lot of things moved today. You had shipping, some airlines, some restaurants, a lot of different stocks, small caps, a lot of things were moving today. ETFs, bullish ETFs. So we're lining up for this. There's a high, lower, lower. This is getting higher here, the low. So we're coming to a conclusion here, filling the gap here. Either we're going to break out and test this 323 and either blow by it or maybe hit it and come back double top, or we're going to break down here. There's going to be some weird bad news like the coronavirus. We're shutting down more states, cities. So right now it's looking bullish. I mean, we're moving up each time. Even with these lows, we keep moving up. So right now it's looking good. The weekly, so he wants to test that. We'll see if we test that 323. So that is the SPY. NASDAQ. NASDAQ. All these lines are from way back years before. It's kind of messy, but the NASDAQ just keeps going here. So there's nothing to look at here. Just NASDAQ remains strong. There's nothing to say really much with that. Dow Jones. This is the same pattern just about. I can move this line. Try to move that. So it's a little bit tighter, but this is a little bit different than the SPY. It's a little bit far below. This needs to get over this about, we'll call it 26,325 and fill that gap. It's looking like it is. See, this low each time has been pretty much higher here, so that's looking pretty bullish. Yeah, transports. This is the same thing. It's almost like a W pattern here. We're stuck in this range. I think that'll go up. IWM. This is another one. Let's move this just a little bit below here. And this had to move down, up, came back down, then up again, now back down. Looks like we're going to go up again. We're in this pattern here on this one. It's like 146, like 135, 146. It's still a bullish uptrend. So that is that. And that is it for that. Let's take a look at the top gainers today. And PSV had an incredible run here. And the news, Heritage Offshore Services get a short breather from creditors. Announces forbearance agreement with the lenders. It's a $132.9 million loan facility. So that was very bullish today. And this is a float, 18.7 million. And this was an all-day runner pretty much. This broke his very clean lines here. This was over 122, over 230. And then it finally hit 3. I remember in stock switch 250 to 3. This was the target today, and that's where it went. And it's nicely holding here, this 181 level. And look at that, just a little bit above the 175 level. So, and on the daily chart, the reason why I said that was there's 250 and there's 3. So that had that before back last year. So this is a great long pre-market. Pre-market's always the telltale sign on a lot of these. Right here, that was the first move, and it slowly consolidated, didn't wash down. There's a decent move there, and then there it goes. So that was nice. WIMI Let's see what this sword today, hologram. What was the news? Setting up for joint venture, semiconductor business. So that was really nice news. This was 6 million float. This was another one right over this. Draw your little triangle. Over 7. Came back. You just sold it here, or if you want to play it intraday. Chopped around 7 to 8, up and down, and took off late. And look where it's at, 15. It's a really strong long here. So, and this has not much to go in here. You draw a line right here. So this broke out, and you can call this a triangle. Right about there, see this? It's more of a descending triangle or symmetrical, and this broke out today. 140 million. It's never done anything like this, so a lot of stocks will pop up. You never even heard of these stocks, and they'll pop up. WAFU. This was $6. There's your mark. And then took off the 9+, and then faded. Pretty simple pattern there. This was a former runner. See these spikes here? This spikes, and then doesn't really hold. What was the news on this? WAFU. WAFU inside how education. Looking for the news. I didn't see the news here. Stocks rise. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't show the news there. I was looking at trade ideas. MATX. Look at this here, right over 34.70. Look at this pattern. As soon as it starts break up, draw a line here. It's an ascending triangle, and then just took off. We don't know what it's going to do. The entry is the most important point, and then it might go to here and fade. So you never know, but this was a nice long setup here. A choppy chart too. INSE, not much volume, but it was a nice long TEDU. Over 180 to 230, then came back to support. EVRI was a nice all day long. These don't have great volume. These candles, that's pretty good, 288,000. Some of them dropped down to like 6,000. Oh, SMT. Now what you see on here is a clear 7 line. And then 13 over 20, look at this. And there's your big candle. A lot of these are easy to read, but it's so hard. You're not going to hit every stock. If you are trading all day, like 1 to 5 stocks, excuse me. So 7 all the way to 950. And see this? There's no sell. That's your sell, the big red candle there. So that was pretty nice one. Job. RETO was a total move, very fast move that faded fast. CWH Camping World, this has been on fire. It's had a very tight triangle, then exploded on, look at this, since May. And this went over 27 all the way to 31. That's a $4 gain. That's a great long consolidation here. And even though I say you never want to buy high, it's tough to say on here and here. You're so far, the 13 is nicely smooth against the 20 line, so it's not showing any kind of weakness there. You probably can get in higher. Once you start getting higher, remember I said it's linked to your screen about here to here. And as soon as you start getting way up here, then that's a sign. CMCM, Cheetah Mobile, 275. This is still going up after the break of 235. Excuse me, I'm so tired today. SUP, and chopped around there, breakout. UADS, something here. Top was a nice long over 625. And there's a pattern right there. See that cross? That is a change of direction. This is a breakup, very fast move. New JX, UMRX, FET, U1, UBX, OCFT. This wasn't bad, right over 24 to 28. It's a $4 gain. So a lot of good gainers there. CLF, think the options in this, they said, were very good. Over 510, this one all the way to 570, pretty much a straight line up. This is like climbing the mountain play. Just keeps going, you're climbing Everest. EKSO from a runner over 775 to 9. SMBR at 49 to 53, came back to 51. Very nice long. Alt, SAPQ, let's see, go. Kirk, ACRS, CPE, NAT. I think I called NAT a few weeks ago. I said this is going to come up. And it held support. Look at this, how it held like the 4 line. It's breaking out now. Watch out for next week. That could be a nice spiker. GNOS, huge spike, save. The airlines moved today, save. This is very good over 16, all the way to 1750. And see this 16 line, this is the 23.6 fib level. Look at this. Support, support, support. That is a good sign here. So, in all my retracement, I used the last candle before any drop. So people could use here, but it didn't move here. This was, look, this candle. This was the last candle before it dropped. Even that. So you go back to that. That's why these lines meet up like 45.30 at least. So right now 16. And look at that. Support. 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 So I think we might break up next week. And here we have the double bottom on stochastics. So that's looking very bullish. Bohr trying to finally come up over that 1 level. So that was a lot of the top runners today. So a lot of the top runners, looking at my list, a lot of penny stocks again, under $10. We had a few, 6, I'm looking 36, 6, 22, 30. So not bad at all. All right, let's take a look at the cyclicals because they are the ones really oversold still. NCLH, it's forming support at 15. So we have higher low, higher low, higher low. If this holds another high low, then we go up. Is that going to be the move? You see a very small divergence here. See this here? You have, see that here and here? It's slightly, you can tell it's higher. So this was like the low. A bullish divergence means this is a good sign. This means this is getting higher and higher. Even though it's not moving much, that could be the sign we're going up next. So that's looking very, very good at this point. So we had to move here, the low's getting higher, and really stack candles here. As soon as this 15 holds, see this a little bit below, a little bit. We're in this range, like 15, I would say to 17, but right now it's looking bullish. CCL, Carnival, a little bit different. This is more still a downtrend. Over 15, 16, it's just trying to go up now. You have a double bottom right here. And this is actually breaking above on 20 in the stochastic. So watch that. Next week's looking interesting. Cock, Carnival. This is another one. This is actually beautifully in the trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now it's hit. And this is going up. You have a bullish divergence. And then draw a line here. Trying to draw these lines so they'll come together. It's trying to come out now, slide out of this like trend line. So we might get a move up next week. Look for that. If the market gets strong and we break over that 320, this will start to move up. So we'll watch that. RCL looks good too. This is a downward like channel wedge. Is held the 23.6 Fibonacci level, 5182. We're coming up. I think we can get to, if we have a strong market, 5560. We'll see here. Divergence, and this is bullish too. So it looks like that. All right, some airlines, JetBlue. You have a triangle here. Look at this, 10 hold. 10, 10, actually just above. And then right here you have a divergence too. So this is looking like it's holding here. We'll see if we get a move up on JetBlue. Line holdings. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be a trend line hold at the 23.6 fibs. This is coming up too. We might slide out us and have a nice breakout next week. ALK. A little bit different. Almost like a double bottom here. We'll see if we can come up here. Southwest. This is trying to put in double bottom and break up. AAL. More of a falling wedge still. This one's still very oversold. It could come up. This will come up to 13. What are other airlines here? UAL still in that triangle. Wedge. Dow trying to come out of the wedge. There's Save, Love, JetBlue, Azle. It's just trying to squeeze over 12. Gold, look how that support at 20 EMA, and this is trying to break up. We'll see how that works. So that's it on the airline. So let's look at some casinos. Win. Yeah, see, Win had to move here, then we're in a downtrend. This looks like it could be near a double bottom, near 70. Sideways again, we'll see on that. Caesars ain't really doing much there. OVS. This is another trend line support. We'll see if this holds and we go up here. Nice divergence going up. What else? Yeah, let's look at the restaurants. Dine brands. This is still sliding down tight. This could break out at any time. Okay, we'll see here on that. There's Ruth. There's Chris. Ruth's Hospitality. This is really oversold at this point. And looking at this, it's a tight wedge too. This is a very tight wedge. Trying to get as many lines to connect. That could be a change of direction cross. It's a high cross. Very oversold. This could break out any time, any day next week, possibly. Because the downtrend can only go so far. This is almost double. This was a 12. It's almost down to 6. So there's Den. This is another one extremely tight. Look at this. Very down here. Any good news next week? We have like a 500,000 point day. These are going to rip. All right. What else do we have here? The REITs are still sideways. There's MFA, IDR, Paul. Another sideways move here. It's trying to show divergence though. See this? The divergence is going up. So this might go up next week. We will see. PVXY. This is back and forth each day. These days were good and back and forth. So, but the trend you do notice is 50, 40, down to 33. It's going down. It's getting lower. SDAO, this really got crushed today. The bearish ETFs. These get slaughtered when the market is going good. TZA, that went down. FAS, look at that. That went down. UDAO, this was on fire today. 62.50 up to 65, like a $3 gain. Very tough this morning, very choppy. And this one too, you get here, see this is like a weird pattern here. And then it's it's almost forming a descending triangle. Like it keeps fighting the highs, but the lows aren't going down much. So that looks good. SPXL. So this is doing a little better. This could break up to the 50 retracement level. It's trying to fill this gap now. So I would look towards 47. And this was a buy, and then you have to get out. This was a nice buy right here. So you got in 38. It's a $7 gain right now. You played this. That was a double bottom stochastics. QQQQ. This is a beast here. Look at it, still going up. You draw a line here, it's almost forming like a wedge. This is getting very far extended though. But on the 5 minute, this did it again. 113. Look at this. It's a $5 gain. Incredible. TNA. This was a nice long. So this is like a triple bottom here. This is fighting it a little more, not as good as pattern. FAS, financial bulls. So this came out of the wedge here, or triangle, whatever you want to call it. Came up, bounced down. Nice hold at 30. And the divergence is going up now, so this is looking more bullish. See how we stabilize here? We're going down, then down, but we're not going lower. As long as these levels look like they're holding, it seems more bullish every day. So, Soxel, this is still going up. Nougat, this is forming like two candles here that are pretty bearish. This has been on a run. Might pull in a little bit. It's kind of far from the 13 EMA. That's a Nougat. JNUG, same thing, same type of pattern here. So, what else? ERY. This is energy bears, and energy was up today, so this went down. ERX. This was a nice move over 1240, 1323. Nail, let's take a look at nail. So right here, the higher lows, higher lows. And then the line here right at 22. This is a weird pattern here. See, this does this. Big candle, you're going up, then a red candle, it stops people out. Sort of another one, then here, then it did it again. Now, it's very tough trading this now. And today was a nice move. So that's a little bit tougher. Defend. So it's just still in this tight like wedge down here each time tries to break. Now this looks like another move here. See this we saw in the other chart? Double bottom. This might be it. And this might start to ride up now. We'll see here. On the 4 hour. See it here? Still in this tight wedge, still in this triangle. Has to break out. This needs to get over 11. Needs to sneak in here. Still low on this. Trend line, it's not the wick. I'm using this 1, 2, 3. This would have to hold. This actually is, close. That's why nothing's exactly on trend lines. You have to be exactly on the line. We'll see next week what this does. If this starts to come out next week like that, we will see. All right, so that's the ETFs. So that is it for that. Let's go back to the list here. What time is it? 4:25. So overall, we're showing good signs. A lot of these stocks, a lot of these oversold stochastics are trying to ride up here. It's looking better each day. There's overstock. This stock's incredible. Look at this wide broadening wedge. This thing was 250, went to 50. That's incredibly long. Look at this. Incredible long there. All right, so I think that's it for today. We have good movement for next week. Looking next week, small caps are doing their thing. We look at WIMI. This is still rolling here. Oh, this is still moving. Look at this. WIMI. They 9 million cash. I know it doesn't say here. I was looking for stuff. Yeah, this is like rolling really high. Anything you have like this. I wouldn't want to hold this next week. They could do an offering and then it'd like break down the toilet. If you're trading it, it's an awesome trade right now. So let's recap the cruise lines. I'm actually looking at CNBC, CCL, Carnival, Theo is talking about timeline for U.S. return. So, but everything's looking a little better each day. Go back to some of these stocks like JetBlue. Let's get JetBlue. They're all forming this like low stochastic level, then they're bouncing here, and they're holding their levels. It's like from the move from June, they came down. And I think we get a squeeze up. That's the next move, a squeeze up. Because they came down, it's almost half off right now. So you had 1560 to 9. So on this one, so it came back very far. It's a nice retrace. And on these, I would look to see if this gets back to 38.2. So this is almost the same pattern. See this U pattern? It's like the reverse of, not U, like the reverse U. You had here, there it goes, we're going to break out, and then it came back to retest. So it's a double bottom right now. This is triple, but here to here, and then I'm going to take off now, or, go sideways and up. So a lot of things are looking better this week. We'll see into next week. It's Friday. That's it. Peace for now. Please subscribe to the channel and like, and we will be back next week. Take care.